All right, guys, welcome to another video. Thanks for tuning into Stock Essentials. We're going to be going over 5 call options that you should be buying right now in order to make some substantial returns for 2022. So we're going to be looking at some trades that Nancy Pelosi herself has bought, and it was released 2 days ago on December 29th. Today is currently just before New Year's. So yeah, 5 trades that you should be buying, and you don't have to do call options. You don't have to do the exact same strikes. So as we can see here, these are option trades. If we zoom in a little bit, we can see we have Google, Micron Technology. We also have Roblox, Salesforce, as well as Disney, and these are all call options. So Nancy Pelosi, if you don't know, her portfolio has been doing very well and is actually regarded as one of the best investors of all time, because she's consistently beating every other known investor out there, as well as beating the markets by a substantial amount. If we take a look, she's up 69%, and compared to these other investors, she's just killing it in the market. If you take a look at the past 10 years, she's up 2 million %, which is a 24,000x. So basically, if you invest $100 and you get a 2.4 million % return, you're turning that into $2.4 million just from $100. $1,000, that means it's $24 million. Yeah, and basically, like, she's a member of Congress. She's definitely doing some insider trading. How this is legal, it blows my mind, honestly. And she's basically been able to turn her $200K salary into $120 million. Absolutely insane. So she definitely knows some stuff that we don't, and she ends up buying these stocks right before they explode. Now, these aren't short-term trades. They do happen over the course of maybe a few months. So we're going to be hopping into those trades and which ones you should actually do. So as we can see here, we got Google. Now, she bought 10. This is a huge trade, by the way. She bought 10 call options at the $2,000 strike, expiring September 16th. So let's take a look at Google stock. It's sitting at a price point of 2,900 essentially. Let's head over to the same exact option strike, September 16th, and the $2,000 strike. So as we can see, she bought almost $1 million worth of Google call options. So she's pretty, and all these are call options, so she's pretty bullish, especially for the later half of 2022. So she definitely knows something that we definitely don't, but she's bullish, which is a good sign. So yeah, she bought 10 of these, and these contracts cost $9,000 each, $90,000 each. Huge amount of money. So I definitely don't recommend replicating that. That's a huge amount of money. What you could actually do is just outright buy shares of Google. I'm pretty bullish on Google. Google's a great company, especially for the long term. They're definitely here to stay. But what you could do instead is do what's called a call debit spread. Essentially, you're going to be buying the 2750, selling the 2800. We got a call debit spread right here. So basically, if Google stays above $2,800 by September 16, 2022, you're pretty much doubling your money. You're making $2,000 profit off of a $2,900 cost for this contract, which is a pretty safe bet, especially since Nancy Pelosi is pretty bullish on Google herself, buying that much money worth of call options. So that's our first trade right there. Second trade is going to be Micron Technology. She bought 100 call options with a strike price of 50 for a same date. So Micron Technology, this is a great stock, especially for semiconductors. It's going to be good for the metaverse as well, but she definitely knows something that we don't. She bought 100 contracts of the September 16th, pretty far deep in the money, so pretty bullish, and she bought 100 of these, so that's almost $500,000 worth of contracts, so she's pretty bullish on it. Yeah, and this is a pretty cheap options contract. It only costs $4,000. This is something that I'm personally going to be playing myself. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be doing all of these options, I'm going to be buying one contract from each, except for Google. I'm going to be doing that call debit spread just because a call option is just way too expensive for Google. So next we got Roblox, strike price of 100, and this is for a 2023 expiration date actually. So let's take a look at Roblox. Yeah, we're pretty bullish on it. It looks pretty good. It's had great earnings, but it's been selling off a little bit. So right now is probably a good time to buy, honestly. I've been selling options on Roblox for quite some time, but now maybe we'll transition to buying some call options, especially how bullish Nancy Pelosi is. So she bought an at-the-money contract this time. So this is more speculative investment in my opinion, seeing that it's at an at-the-money strike, expiration 2023. So this has a lot of time on it, over a year, and she's pretty bullish on it. She bought 100 of these contracts, which is only going to be like 300K. Yeah, it's not that much. So I'm just going to be buying one of these when market opens next week. And that's going to be my trade for Roblox. And and we got two more actually. We got Salesforce. She bought quite a bit of Salesforce. So there's two different trades that she made. She bought 100. She basically bought 130 call options, 100 here and then 30 here. Strike price of 210. So she's pretty bullish on Salesforce. Salesforce and Google are the two biggest trades she has made. So let's take a look at what's happening here. And this is for the January 2023 expiration date. And she did the $200 strike, 210 strike. So pretty far in the money. It's only going to cost you $6,800 for these contracts. So I'm assuming be buying one at market open. She bought 130. Let's see how much money that's worth. That's that's just under 900K. So it's a large amount of money. She's pretty bullish on it. And we might just play. We're just going to be replicating her trades. She has an insane track record, and a lot of people who had copied her plays have made a ton of money. And last but not least is actually Disney, which I'm bullish on personally. So this is going to be probably the safest one out of all these trades, honestly. She bought some Disney call options, 50 call options, strike price of 130, expiring in September. Let's take a look here. 130, she bought how much? 50 call options. So this is a smaller trade, only 200K. Sorry, this is not the right one, is it? 130 strike. 130 strike. Yeah, this is going to be one of the smaller trades she has made. And personally, I think that this is going to be 150K. It's a smaller trade. And I personally think that this one has a lot of potential, honestly. Disney's a solid stock. It's a value stock. Their services are amazing. The parks are starting to reopen. Disney's just a recovery play, in my opinion. I love the stock for the long term. I have a lot of shares in my long-term portfolio. But yeah, we're going to be buying all these contracts. Disney, Salesforce, Roblox, Micron, and we're going to be doing a call debit spread on Google just because we don't have enough capital to play a call option. They're very expensive. But overall, if you want to follow these trades, you don't have to buy the call options. You could just buy a few shares of each stock, honestly, seeing how bullish she is for 2022. And you could make some nice money given how proven her track record is. So that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.